Welcome to our presentation on the accessibility design, where prestige beauty and inclusivity meet. Same great products, now with mindful design because no one should compromise quality for usability. Here are some facts. 2.2 billion people are living with vision impairment, of which 36 million are diagnosed as blind or visually impaired. $13 trillion is spent annually by people with disabilities and their families. Online spending power is $24 billion. So much money is left on the table, but we have yet to see major changes in commercial products. Here's a challenge. Without seeing the content, can you choose the correct lipstick color and finish from a bucket of 200 identical lipstick tubes? Lipsticks are also sometimes cylindrical in shape, so they can roll away and need to be picked up, which is an inconvenience for many, but an impossible task for some. Many people with disabilities have to rely on others to shop for and use cosmetics. Makeup shouldn't be this complicated. Makeup should instead make people feel good about themselves, hassle-free. We want to encourage people with disabilities to independently identify and use beauty products, but many existing solutions don't always work. Embossed or debossed letters are usually not informative, and fragrance products can cause allergic reactions and may not be suitable for people who prefer fragrance-free. Braille labels are useful, but only 10% of blind users can read Braille. There are also existing accessible brands, but they use different formulas. But what about loyal Estee Lauder fans who later become visually impaired in life? We see that shoppers with disabilities look for businesses that understand their needs so that they can remain loyal to the brands. By making the lipstick designs more accessible, Estee Lauder can win over customers and the press. While being a socially responsible company, it's a win-win situation. Let's take a look at the current Estee Lauder lipstick packaging. What's the difference between these three photos? It's actually the same color in three different finishes: matte, cream, and high luxury. The current design uses similar packaging for various finishes and colors, and the slight differences are usually visual cues. The lipstick label lacks information, and the lipstick box is a darker color with no tactile cues, which could be a challenge for some people to independently identify. Introducing our accessibility design. Our design is user-centered, incorporating QR code technology into design improvements to help break barriers in the beauty industry. The QR code is located on the side of the box and at the bottom of the lipstick tube. Users can scan the product for information and ingredients on an accessible website. The QR code is visible and scannable from a distance using an anti-glare clear sticker. Having the QR code can reduce the hassle of customers having to label the lipsticks after their purchases. The link will take you to a user-friendly and accessible interface. When you land on the welcome page, if the sound is turned on, a voice will narrate the website and you have the option to deactivate it. If your phone is on silent, the welcome page will quickly vibrate your phone twice. Our color coding system was inspired by the Identity Button clothing identifiers, where our symbols and numbers represent the color and undertone, and the characters are then engraved on the box and the lipstick tube. Our design is meant to be aesthetically pleasing and meaningful. The user interface is kept simple and minimalistic, with navigation buttons and swiping functions to enhance accessibility. And here is the user flow of only 5 tabs, very easy to replicate for every product. Estee Lauder has 80 lipstick shades in identical lipstick tubes, so we want to counteract that by emphasizing the individuality of each finish by using various materials for the tube to provide different textures when feeling. The matte lipsticks would feel brassy to the touch. The cream tube would feel like polished metal. High luxury would feel slightly velvety, and crystal would feel glossy and smooth. We also place a focus on the lipstick cap, which is slightly slanted to help identify the direction of the lipstick. The cap aligns magnets in one area to ensure that the cap is always pointing in the direction to apply lipstick from. When closing, it will make a click sound to notify. Moving on to the target market. Our ideal customer profile is affluent clients who can afford quality products at premium prices regardless of their body abilities. We would also like to invite anyone who was previously deterred from using Estee Lauder's products due to usability issues. With 16 million American females under 65 living with disabilities, if the design change can bring in 10% of that population that would fit the customer profile, it would be a great start. And that's only the US. Globally, there are 2.2 billion people with vision impairment. So if we can bring in at least 5% of the population, which is 110 million people, Estee Lauder's name will go far. We're different because we're making reputable products, simple and useful for everyone. Our design can help a sighted businesswoman check the colors under poor lighting, allow a blind beauty guru to identify items when applying makeup, or enhance the shopping experience of a visually impaired college freshman. We strive to make accessibility an inclusion with elegant design. Some competitors that we notice, namely accessible brands like Guide Beauty, customizable products like Hackthon by L'Oreal, and other big brands that are making their commercial products accessible such as P&G. However, Estee Lauder has a long-standing reputation of quality products, so with the accessibility design as a competitive edge, we believe that Estee Lauder will become a go-to luxury brand for women worldwide. We want to create impactful, inclusive events that encourage understanding among human beings, where real people with disabilities can try the new and improved cosmetic products. The QR code technology is easy to implement, use, and replicate. So we have to keep the interface simple, accessible, and available 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Here are the people behind this project. My name is An, and I'm the business person. I'm a recent graduate from Hofstra University in New York, and my irrational fear is suddenly losing any of my body functions. So I'm often inspired by concepts that improve daily use items. And that is John, our designer. He is from Simon Fraser University in Canada. Thank you for listening and keep slaying.